So some absolutely crazy news is coming down with regards to the indictments, and not a lot of people are talking about the gravity of this situation. Because if you've been following me as well as many other people, we're talking about Red October, we're talking about the white hat versus black hat fight and the takedown of this deep state or cabal or whatever you want to call it. But part of it is with regards to domestic infiltration and just the weaponization of all these places and how you have these assets, these deep state assets, and they have to be cleaned up. So let's talk a little bit about what the new news is, as well as what may come and some of the conspiracy type talk. So a lot of the mainstream media is reporting on what the actual event is, and that is that John Bolton, the former national security advisor for Trump, was indicted in a federal court. Specifically, he was charged with 8 counts of transmission of national defense information and 10 counts of retention of national defense information. So it's a very big treasonous act that he did, if this is true. And of course, with federal grand jury and the sealing and the unsealing of these indictments, it's pretty much a done deal. 100%, almost 99.99%. And this is serious. And of course, this comes after former FBI Director James Comey and New York Attorney General Letitia James were also indicted. And remember, for U.S. law, for federal as well as just anything with regards to treason, these are charges under the Espionage Act. And people don't understand the gravity of how big and how bad that is. And what's crazy is that Dan Scavino posted something the other day, 4 seconds long, and this was at 11:11 a.m. This is Eastern Standard Time. I have it here in Korea time, but it's significant because that points to post 4 as well as post 11:11. We'll get to that here in a second, but this is FAFO. If you don't know this acronym, it's F around and find out. It's a very popular like meme with the chart where the guy says there's like an X and Y axis goes all the way up, where he basically says the more you F around, the more you find out. And what's crazy is that Dan Scavino, he was referring to these indictments as it was being announced. And the 4 seconds long corresponds to post 4, where Q says, some of us come here to drop crumbs. Just crumbs. POTUS is 100% insulated. Any discussion suggesting he's even a target is false. POTUS will not be addressing Nation on any of these issues as people begin to be indicted and must remain neutral for pure optical reasons. To suggest this is the plan is false and should be common sense. Focus on military intelligence, state secrets, and why might that be used versus any 3-letter agency? What Supreme Court decision opened the door for a sitting president to activate? What must be showed? Why is POTUS surrounded by generals? Again, there are a lot more good people than bad, so have faith. This was a hostile takeover from an evil, corrupt network of players, not just Democrats. Don't fool yourself into thinking Obama, Soros, Ross, Clintons have more power than present-day POTUS. Operation Mockingbird. Patriots are in control. Sit back and enjoy the show. Remember, we are seeing timely releases of sealed indictments, and these are coming at a time for which a lot of things are being exposed, and we'll talk about some of these implications here in a second. Now, let's look at post 1111. April, IG report, intelligence gathering report, Sessions public attack, RR problem, seals broken, arrests. Why was Huber made public? Why now? Everything has meaning. Iran, Tarmac, Iran, North Korea, Uranium One, FBI, DOJ, Mueller, election integrity, immigration bill, border, wall, military start, big month. So talking about this month, October. Amazing coincidence plus military start / wall. You have more than you know. Reason, we are here more. So does this mean something about April and military starting, all that stuff then, and all the seals being broken, the arrests? It's just very interesting that the timing of his post regarding Dan Scavino and what he said is corresponding, again, to this news. Now, here's what the Justice Cummings said on Twitter. This is some good commentary. Red October is in full swing. Think to yourself, how are we getting all this info so fast out to the public about all these investigations going on? This was all done long ago. All investigations are complete now. Red October is about D-class and indictments. We are painting the picture to the American public. Be ready. The Soros-funded No Kings protest kick off tomorrow as well. And at the time of this video, it's already going on. And there's a lot you can say about those things, for which I think I'll try to talk about in a future video. When bad news is about to break for them, what happens? Riots, false flags to change the narrative. Think indictments rolling down now. John Bolton Putin, peace, collab. Now go back and reread everything we have answered to paint the picture. POTUS is in full control. Evil has nowhere to hide now. It's all come full circle. They are about to FAFO. So again, the commentary here is that they're trying to distract. There's a lot of false flags, black swan events. They're trying to get people as a last-ditch effort to turn against Trump. And this is what you're seeing with the No Kings protest. But all of these guys, they're on their very last breath. And you got to understand that a lot of this, in terms of theater or acting and this being a movie, a lot of it has already been done. The investigations, all of the due diligence. Now listen to what Kash Patel had to say when he joined John Solomon and confirmed there were more indictments coming.
Last question. All the things that you've seen, all the weaponization you've uncovered since you came in and found these secret files or restricted files, all those things. Beyond those who are already charged, do you think you've seen other crimes that might eventually get referred to justice?
Yes, we are looking at so many different leads on criminal activity by those who are in positions of power. And we're not going to stop until every single one of those is fully exposed. The documents are provided either to Congress or the courts of law, and make every referral we can to the Department of Justice. These indictments that you've seen and the ones that you're going to see coming up here in this near future are just the beginning. But I have to remind the audience one thing. Everybody's like, it's 7 months. What have you guys been doing?
Yeah.
Well, they spent 20 years building this diseased temple of corruption. It takes a little bit of time to defeat it and beat it down. And I'm not asking you to trust me. I'm asking you to look at the work the men and women of the FBI have done so far in these 7-8 months and just imagine what we're going to do come the year end.
The FBI looks a lot more like the one I covered 20, 30 years ago than the one I had to endure and cover the last 10 years. And that's a great credit to you, Director. There's no doubt about it. The President said it today. We know it's true.
So what's happening right now is far bigger and greater than we can ever imagine. Now, the first few dominoes are falling here, but I believe that as many people are theorizing, that Red October and even moving up to 11.3 in November and just everything else happening, the big guys, whether it's Hillary Rodham Clinton, whether it's Obama, whether it's many others, Soros and these guys, their time is coming. And you're just seeing slowly, for optics reasons, that some people, the lower level or the mid-tier guys, have to come first. It has to be natural. It can't be crazy. And even Trump, as you've seen, or as I read from Post 4, he has to stay distant for optics purposes. And even he didn't post about all these things with regards to, John Bolton specifically, but just whoever else is coming down the pipeline. And even though when he was asked about it, all he said was, oh, he's a very bad person. And that was recorded in, some interview somewhere. But all in all, the gravity of violating the Espionage Act, the idea that you are committing treason because you're not a patriot of the country and you're not for the people and not obeying Constitution, the law, these things, it's a big deal. And I know people are easily, swayed by, murder and acts of, crimes against humanity and all that stuff. And that's big too. But what's big here are these indictments. And if, these are true, and I believe they are because they've been sealed, they've been, in research and their due diligence, all of this military operation that's been going on for a very long time. As it's coming down, it's going to just sound like, political paper pushing something, whatever. People don't understand the seriousness of it, but it is big. You're going to see more of these things. And that's why you're seeing military judges, you're seeing JAG, you're seeing criminal military level prosecution and, Guantanamo Bay, these executions, all of that. And it's very serious. It's something that the public can't really grasp because these are big crimes from a national level. So more to come, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Who are we going to see next? Because again, this is just the beginning. As Kash said, as many others have alluded to, there is a whole sleuth of deep state, entrenched, whatever Illuminati cabal people that we're going to see have their time in court and also for their judgment. So God is working through all this. I believe God is leading the White Hats. We are in victory. We're just now in D-class of showing it and as well for people to digest it because there's so much going on. Love you guys. You guys know also I'm doing a fundraiser. The link is down below. If you guys want to support me, we are almost at our goal, but not quite there yet, but would love to kind of finish it off. Again, givesendgo.com/Chrisyoonyt. Link is down below. Love you guys. Talk to you guys very soon.